my Book and Wax friends. I'm Amber. If you're new, welcome. Welcome back if you're returning. Today's video is a library haul for the month of August. Can you believe that we're in August? I can't believe we're in August. So I have some books here to share with you that should still be perfect for those summer vibes, but I am for sure ready to move into the fall season and fall cozy, fall feeling books. So let's look at what I have to share together. So the first one I have is brand new, a couple months ago, The Unicorn Hunter by Catherine Arden. She is the author of The Bear and the Nightingale series. I don't remember the official title, but The Bear and the Nightingale is the first book, and she is known for writing historical type of fantasy. That series is a Russian type of inspired fantasy, and then this one is like Brittany historical fantasy. So, and I remembered my glasses so I can actually see the synopsis to read to you guys. And let's see what this one is about. And I have to say, I really think this cover is so pretty. The UK cover is very pretty too. So if I end up loving this, it'll be hard to decide what one I want to pick up as far as covers go. The Fairy Loot one is very pretty too. So we'll see. So this one, it says Anna Brittany was a child when France invaded and drove her royal father to his death. Now she is a young woman, sovereign duchess of an occupied realm, and France means to crown their conquest by marrying her to their king. Such an alliance would put her title, her lands, and her body forever in the hands of her enemies. But Anne refuses to be the last Duchess of Brittany. Her only hope of resisting conquest is another alliance sealed with marriage. So Anne arranges a daring last gambit, a secret betrothal to Charles, of France's greatest rival. So yeah, England. But secrets are hard to keep in a world where rival courts spy on each other with diviners. The forest of Broceliande, I'm probably saying that wrong, French word, but okay, was once the haunt of Merlin the enchanter and the long-lost fairy queen. But magic is long gone from the forest, except for the occasional sighting of a unicorn and one critical quirk. This ancient forest is completely inimical. Sorry, there's a lot of big words in this. Inimical. I don't think I've ever heard that word. I'm gonna have to look it up. Tell me if you know what that word means. Inimical. Inimical. To divination. While pretending compliance with France, Anne plans a unicorn hunt in the forest, a bit of pointless pageantry, a diversion so she can wed in secret, or so she thinks. In this rich and epic novel, the author of the acclaimed Winter Night trilogy, there we go, turns the real history of a remarkable woman into an unforgettable tale of mystery, enchantment, and the price of power. So I'm very excited. This feels perfect for August, so hopefully I can get to this one. Okay, the next one is a sequel to, the first book is called Night Weaver. This is Star Chaser by R.M. Gray. I did get this book a few months back, and then I ended up, I think I got a chapter or two into it, and I ended up having to return the book. So I really don't want to read this. But in Night Weaver, it's about pirates, kind of. They live in this world where it's not safe to be on the land, and so most regular human people live in ships on the sea. But on the land, there are what they think are these monsters. They end up getting captured to and taken to the land. And from there, they find out, well, these people we thought that are monsters aren't necessarily monsters, but they do wield a magic of sorts. And they become servants to this well-to-do family. The family kind of rescues them from being sold into slavery, and they become servants for them. The author, or the main character's name is Aster Oberon. So she and her family become servants, and it goes from there. There's a lot of like magical creatures and other mythical beast type elements to the story, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So this is a YA fantasy, and the first book, there was no language from what I remember, and only kisses. So I'm thinking the second book will be the same, hopefully. So Star Chaser. The next one, this is one I've been wanting to read. I've heard such good things about it. It's came out in 2016 and is called Ever the Hunted. This is by Erin Summerall. It says A Clash of Kingdoms novel. And it's another one where I'm like, it feels summer to me. And I've been wanting to read it, tried to pick it up a couple years ago. Never got to it, never found the time. So this is a YA fantasy as well. I'm pretty sure about a witch and a witch hunter. It says 17-year-old Britta Flannery is at ease only in the woods with her dagger and her bow. She spends her days tracking criminals alongside her father, the legendary bounty hunter for the king of Malum. That is, until her father is murdered. Now outcast and alone and having no rights to her father's land or inheritance, she seeks refuge where she feels most safe, the Ever Woods. When Britta is caught poaching by the royal guard, instead of facing the noose, she is offered a deal, her freedom in exchange for her father's killer. However, it's not so simple. The alleged killer is none other than Cohen McKay, her father's former apprentice, the only friend she's ever known, the boy she once loved who broke her heart. She must go on a treacherous quest in a world of warring kingdoms and kings and dark magic to find the real killer. But Britta wields more power than she knows, and soon she will learn that what has always made her different will make her a daunting and dangerous force. So, sounds good. Sounds like an adventure. Okay, next up is another one that I've been wanting to read for a long time. It's called The Traitor's Kiss by Erin Beatty. And this one, oh, and it has a map. That's awesome. I'm just trying to see if it shows when this one came out. 2017. And I think this is a trilogy as well. So let's see what this one's about. With a quick silver tongue and unruly temper, Sage Fowler is not what they'd call a proper lady, which is perfectly fine with her. Deemed unfit for a suitable marriage, Sage is apprenticed to a matchmaker and tasked with wrangling other young ladies to be married off for political alliances. She spies on the girls and on the soldiers escorting them. As their military escort senses a political uprising, Sage is recruited by a handsome soldier to infiltrate the enemy ranks. The more she discovers, the more uncertain she is of whom to trust. And Sage becomes caught in a dangerous balancing act that will determine the fate of her kingdom. Wow, a political intrigue fantasy story. That sounds really good. So The Traitor's Kiss. And last but not least, this is a spoiler for my wrap up, but I finished A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross in July, and I want to read the second book in the duology, A Fire Endless. So this is an Elements of Cadence duology. So obviously I'm not going to spoil anything, but I loved the book enough to where I wanted to read the second book. But definitely stay tuned for my wrap up. but I can't really talk about this one because I don't want to spoil anything, but I for sure want to get to this one in August. So the first book is kind of Scottish folklore inspired, is what I would say the duology is. It takes place in a fantasy world, but it is inspired heavily by Scottish type of folkloric feel. And it takes place about this guy named Jack, who is a bard, and he lives originally on this enchanted type of island that has elemental spirits. And the east and the west are at war with each other, and they have been for centuries. And the elements are kind of hurting because of that. And Jack, who is a bard, he gets called back to the island after learning on the mainland, and he is tasked to help find girls that have been missing. The Lord of the East thinks that it is these spirits that are taking the girls, that are kidnapping them, and because there's like no sign of them at all. And so Jack has been tasked to help find them. So that's pretty much the main premise of the story. And I can't wait to see what happens with the second book. So that's it. So obviously this is a very fantasy heavy library haul, but do any of these sound good to you? We have a historical fantasy. We have a piratey fantasy. We have like a witch hunter fantasy. Has a lot of political intrigue in it, sounds like. And then we have Scottish inspired fantasy. So which of those sounds good to you, or which, it can be more than one, but let me know for sure. I appreciate all of you. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more book and home fragrance content from me, because I do post about both. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.